Boom, boom. This is kind of everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land reloaded up today. So doing the video a day late. I wanted to try to get it yesterday, which was the first day of the actual second Divine King Tang stand event, but had a power outage, so wasn't able to get work it in there with everything else that was going on. So here we are today. So got the second event up. So pretty much similar to the first event. Exactly like, exactly like the first event, actually. We won't see any type of a change until we get to the actual next event. So let's go ahead and take a look at other stuff. We got almost finished with the battle pass here, so I should be getting 1,400 points here pretty soon. Here in a few, probably sometime end of the week, and I'll be able to get my first 100K soul ring. I have not hit any of them. I mean, I've done 300-400 sweeps on the various. I do them daily, and every time I have the actual materials for to run them, I've never hit. I've hit, of course, hit number of the 10K. I got almost full sets for just about most of my main teams, but I've never hit not one of the 100K soul rings, which means the percentage has to be. The percentage is probably like 1% or less. Would surprise me. But this is a way to get one guaranteed. Hopefully, not sure how this is going to be resetting. I'm not sure if this is just a one-time thing. I think it's one purchase per stage for a lifetime. Okay. So we'll have to see. But I'm hoping that, as I get farther into the actual, wow, getting a lot of assists. Hoping as I get farther into the actual level on the higher one, which is this one right here, the darkness, that of course, I assume the drop rate will of course go up. Okay, I can only get like half. I'm like 5 or 6 maybe levels into this before I get beat. I can beat it, but I can't get the points to go to the next level. Is what it amounts to. You have to have a certain amount of points, which means you have to activate a certain amount of the debuffs to actually get the points to go on to the next one. And I can't quite do that. I come up just a tad short. And it's not cumulative. Okay, you can't just like do the first 4 and do that like 5 times and go. You have to do it in one shot. So you have to get those points to advance to the next level in one battle. So yeah, it makes things a little bit difficult. I'll sweep these. This should be in gameplay. Should be automatically able to sweep these in gameplay. Nope. Soul Beast Invasion. I've got Soul Beast Invasion. So automatically, yeah. Don't understand why they're not actually sweeping. Oh yeah, they should sweep. Shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I don't understand why. These aren't mine. Okay, these are from New York, so these are shared beasts, mutated beasts. So that's why. Wow, he's throwing up a lot of them. Well, I wish they would actually allow me to sweep these because I don't want to have to go through all these manually and do that. He's throwing up thousands of these. I like the fact that I can get some tickets, but yeah, I don't got time to do that, so maybe I'll focus on those. Let's see if that's a setting up in here. You should be using the assistant woo for just about everything. Share, automatically receive, complete missions, only, open all. Normal, we just want to use a normal key. I can get by with normal, so legendary I want to use 2.5 attack. For legendary beast and mutated beasts. There's no option for shared. Thought that this would be that setting, but it's not. That just opens the chests, I believe. It doesn't actually complete the soul beast, so I have to go back. Yeah, I'll have to go back and do those. But yeah, so let's talk about that. So time limited events, we got nothing, of course. They usually keep this wide open when they have in the actual summon. All right, so let's get to it. So standard is before. There's nothing different. It's a 3-day event. We're at the second day. Tomorrow will be been above it. So you got the standard purchases, of course, time limited pop-ups. The exchange. This is what's going to be continuing on. My assumption is based on what I'm hearing is that he will be in the shop. He will be in this exchange forever. Okay, each time the exchange pops up for a new Soul Master. The first event, which should be in 2 weeks, will have Tang Sam, but it will also have the Phoenix. Okay, Ma Hongzhang will be the next SP. I'm hearing that they will both be up, and you'll choose whichever one you want to do the summons on. So you'll pick one, and you'll be able to do the summons. Now, after that, the next event will just be the Phoenix, and Tang Sam will be relegated to the exchange shop. That's what I'm hearing. So both of the people that responded, I think, are right. So we'll have to see, but I don't know. Okay. We're going through this to begin just like everybody else, so it's new for me. So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. So the next event, which will be the introduction of Phoenix, I'm not sure what he's called. I'm not sure what his SP version is called, but it's Ma Hongzhang. I assume that so they'll both be up, and you'll be able to choose which one you want to do your 20 summons on. Okay, which is good. I mean, that increases your chance of actually getting, because once he goes into the exchange shop, you're not going to be able to get that many shards for him. I think it's like 10 is what it comes down to. You'll only be able to get 10 shards for him each week, each time there's an event up. It would take forever to do that. So, but after the 3 pools, you should have 100. Even if you don't have good luck, you might have like 100, 110 or something like that. So after 3 pools, unless you have really bad luck, because you seem to get on a 10 pool, you seem to get like 6 or 7 usually pop up with him. So it's not that big a deal. So you should be able to, so it might take a little extra length, but you should be able to get the character. There's nothing excluding you. Now, we'll see if he disappears. Okay. If on the second event for Ma Hongzhang, and Tang San has disappeared, that would be bad. If he disappears from the exchange shop, they will have no other way to get him. That's bad. That means that there will be issues with obtaining the heroes. You might not be able to get them from a free-to-play perspective if he's completely unobtainable after these events. Okay. I assume we'll be seeing SP chests, but we don't know that. Okay, so this, I'm hoping that they'll keep him in the exchange shop. So after I do my 20 summons on Phoenix, on Ma, I'll be able to throw some shards if needed to Tang San to get it, if that's what happens for some people. Okay, so that's what we're hoping. The sale, you want to purchase these. I think it was 9,000 to get off 15. You definitely want to purchase these because Hugh is in here. Okay, and you might want to get these. I'm still working on finishing off Wu's Divine Skills, because remember, these, as you Divine Skill these up, you get points for your dragon. Okay, you need points for your Dragon Palace. You get those. Divine Skilling SS Pluses gives you, Triple S's gives you points for your dragon. So you want to still continue to focus on your Triple S's and your SS Pluses, because you will get points for that. Okay, Resource Sale. This is some good stuff if you need it. Okay, I'd like to stick some red soul rings in here, but it is what it is. And in the real hunting ground, of course. You definitely want to try to go to this. I'm going to go ahead and do the remaining 6, 8 that I need just to get the actual 2 of these, because I'm trying to complete my sets. It's random, so you might get double. But you definitely want to do it 12 times to get the remaining 5, because you get 15 in the shop, Soul Master Exchange, 5 right here, 20. Those are your pools. All right, so exactly the same as the last one. All right, so let's go ahead and do the summons. All right, so we go to the Divine Realm. Everything looks exactly like it did before. I am at 90. Okay, same 10. Every 10 you get 10 every 10 pools. So I'm assuming I'll get 20 of these. and I'll be able. Yeah, we'll have to see. 10 guaranteed every time 10. So we'll have to see. I think 100. So we'll have to see exactly what pops up. So let's go ahead and do Divine Sang. Summon on the first 10. So as you can see, you get chests for them each time. So we hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only hit 4 on this, and we didn't get any of the good ones. So this was not a good pull. Okay. But if you look in the actual exchange shop now, we have 100, so I can get 5 more shards from here. So I'll be able to get another 5 on the next pull because I've got 10 more. Okay. So another 10. So we're hoping to get at least a 20 here. Otherwise, we're going to come up a little bit short, and we'll have to wait until the next event. Okay, and we did not get any in that one at all. That was a horrible pull. This is probably the worst pull I have ever seen. We did not get anything of nature at all. This is the worst possible pull you could get because there's not even any triple S shards, nor is there any Tang Sand shards at all. So this is a horrible pull. Horrible pull. Okay. Exchange shot. Exchange will be able to get a max of 10. So I am well short of him. I'm not even remotely close to him. I'm still well away. Okay. So I have 100. I think it's 112, not 102. They're supposed to add that in there. There it is, 112. So yeah, that was not a good. That was not good at all. Okay, that was a horrible, 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 horrible pull. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, yeah, this is all I got. Didn't get any of this or any of these. Considering that this is an 18%, I think that was a jacked up pool or something. Something happened definitely in that one. So we're going to have to definitely go for the third event. Okay, so we'll have to see. But no tanks in this one. So yeah, that's the bad things about this event, as I've said before. It's bad, good. First pull, first event, very good. Got 100, got 90, shards because I had a 50 in there. This one got nothing, absolutely nothing. So as you can see, this is what makes it. And that's why it's exceedingly important that Divine King Tang Sand stay in the exchange shop at all times. If he leaves the exchange shop, let's say we have the next event with Phoenix. If it goes as planned, I should be able to do 20 pulls directly on Tang Sand. Let's say I have another horrible pulls like that and only get another 10. I'm still going to be short. Okay, what happens next event? If the next event is Phoenix, okay, if Tang Sand disappears and he's not even in this exchange shop, then there's no way for me to get Tang Sand, which means free to play is no longer a feasible option on the SB characters. Okay, unless they start throwing out chests. But as the fact that they're putting this in RNG, I don't see chests anytime soon. Okay, but we have to see. We're gonna have to see what the next event is for. Okay, it's not that big a deal. Even if I got Tang Sand this particular event, I was going to be able to build. I was going to be able to max him out in 5 Sun, but I was not going to be able to get his equipment done. I mean, I just finished Hugh's equipment and I'm still building up the mats. So I wasn't going to be able to introduce him into the team yet. It was probably going to be a while, probably going to be sometime next week before I was going to get to the point where I was going to introduce him into the team. But so it's not that big a deal that I didn't get him this time. By these next event, I'll have enough mats to actually bring him up to orange. I'll be able to bring him up to orange 2, which is what I want everybody at. I want everybody to be orange. She's orange 3, but I want everybody to be orange 2 at least minimum before I put them into the team. And as you can see, I'm still short on some of the mats because these are the mats that I'm going to need for orange 2. 119 short on that one. This is twice. I'm going to need to double that. So there's things that I need to get that I'm short on. So once I get those, I'll be able to take him up. and get him there. Soul rings and whatnot are at a premium at this particular point in time. Going to be back to having 3 attack characters. So, yeah. But, I'm up to the point. I'm able to barely keep up. I run at least between 12 and 1500 stamina every single day. And on days where there's double soul rings and drops, I'll sometimes go 3,000, 3,500 stamina. Just, sweeping just to get soul rings for attack characters. So, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. And that's one of the reasons I'm holding on to my sausages right now in my bag, is because I'm going to when I get Tang San, I'm going to do some serious pulls on him. I might spend 4,000 or 5,000 and start working on the mats to get the mats up ready for him. But then the problem with it is I'm going to need to get some secondary items for him. So I'm going to have to be moving stuff around, so he's not going to be ready immediately. But I will be able to 5 sunning, which is the big thing. I'll be a little bit low on actual shards at that time, but I won't be. It'll probably take me. I wasn't planning on going after Ma. I like the character, but don't need another. I don't need, not a rage guy. I'm looking for something a little bit on the actual tank side with damage. That's what I'm looking for. He almost fits the bill. He's a tank. If you've seen my videos I've done on tanks, he's a tank. I mean, he's the all-around best character in the game, probably. Even amongst the SPs, I'd say he's probably the best. I doubt very seriously, except for maybe Wu, if we're going to see anybody that has... I mean, he's just an all-around beast. I mean, he's top tier in every single facet. You never have somebody in a top tier in every single facet. But he is, if you look at his actual set, in the actual... If you go into the handbook and look at his overall set, right here, he's top tier in every single facet. He never goes into the he's always in the top tier, even if he's right on the edge, but he's still top tier, top tier, top tier, top tier. No other characters like that. So that's what makes him a beast, and his survivability and unit, which means team functionality as a single unit. It means that he focuses on taking out what he attacks. It kills. He's singular focus. Increases the damage, and it has damage to that character, so he's an eliminator. Okay, so and that's what you're looking for. Okay, I've got burst and AoE, and I've got that with Hughes. So it's nice having something single attack, which is why I think I'm probably going to end up keeping Evil Eye in the team and removing Ling Ling. And then I'm going to be replacing Evil Eye with my next SP. I really want to do Wu. Okay, I mean, I want to have Wu and Tang San. Tang San is the protagonist. Wu is his, is his companion. So I would like to have them. Okay, so that's just my thought on it. I've never had a Wu in the main team, so this looks like it a chance to be a Wu. So I probably will go for Wu. I'm hoping she has the kit that will make that feasible. Wu's generally a melee attack, and that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's my current plan, is to go for Wu whenever she comes out. Okay, so just heads up. And she will replace Evil Eye. Evil Eye is not going to stay in. I'm keeping him in simply because of the fact that I can max out you get charged for him. His divine skill is just and it makes him tougher. I mean, he's God 3, and a triple S God 3. Okay, you should be focusing on him. Okay, you can get shards for him all the time. There's free shards for him even in the actual daily theater where you run. So you can get shards for him. So and that's why he's up to 3. And I'm just going to keep on moving through. Okay, And each time, each time you get a massive attack, everything attributes increase. So yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't be focusing on him. He's a good character, and I have no problems with survivability whatsoever. I mean, like I say, that's why he was such a bad character when he was in SS, was because he just had no survivability whatsoever. He was just a sacrificial lamb. He was dead fast, um, and he didn't do a whole lot of damage. Of course, he was the free character that they gave everybody, but this, completely different, completely, completely different. Excellent character, never dies. So excellent. So I'm going to keep him in there. I'll probably just replace Ling Ling. Ling Ling is another if you're needing a healer, if you're your Uncle team, you might want to keep her in her. She can say I got her to God 2. Okay, because she's third. It was Evil Eye, then it was the Shark, and then it was Ling Ling. So you can get she's free as well in the theater. It's a 3 chest, a 3 choose chest. So it's Evil Eye, Shark, and her 3 choose the first 3 characters. So you can get charged for either of these. So if you're newer to the game and you're lower level, you might want to be using her. She's an excellent character. Excellent character. She does great healing. She's not the best healer, but she makes up for that because she does boost some of your attack stats, which makes her a really good choice. As vice versa, you got Oscar, who is the best healer in the game, but he heals. So that's what he does, healing, and he keeps you alive, and he's excellent at that. So he's, but it depends on what you're looking for. Like I say, when you get up into higher levels, healing is not that much. You get healing, you get buffs from your soul bones. You get them from your soul beasts, the spirit souls. There's your armor, okay, stuff like that. It gets to the point when it builds up where as long as you've got a tank, somebody to keep the front line from immediately going to attack you, you can generally stay alive. And Ending is an excellent tank. Okay, so that's why I'm keeping him in here, and that's why I have no intention of replacing him at this particular point in time. It's something that might be considered. I'm going to be seriously looking at Tang San as a possibility for a tank. His survivability is off the charts. But I don't see it. I would be great if I could go. The problem is I can't do 4 attackers. There's just no way I'd be able to get soul rings in a feasible amount of time for all 4 attackers. So Enming solves the problem. He gives me the tank. He gives me damage. He does excellent damage for a tank. And shields and HP buffs. So I've got everything he needs from him. Okay, so he's an excellent tank, and he's a tank, as he's right here, so I only need stuff for a tank, and I can look specifically onto him and start focusing on stuff. I've already got him up to 2. I had him up to 2 almost immediately because it's really easy to get the mats for him. Because, you just need to get 1 set of mats. So, you don't need to get 3 sets of mats for an attacker, which is a lot. Because the soul ring account, and you start up to getting right here. The soul ring account is 186, and that's twice. Okay, I need that I'm going to need it for this, and I'm going to need it for the boot as well. So I need 186 twice. Okay, and then every character needs this twice. Okay, so you're getting to the point, and you can only get 1 or 2 of these on a 10 suite. On occasion, you'll pop a 3, but generally it's 1 or 2. It's 1 at first, and then once you've swept and got certain levels, you can get 2, and that's all you get per 10 sweep. Do the math. 100. So 300. We'll say 350. Okay. It's 3. Yeah, I think it runs up to like 320, 336 or something like that. And then divide that by 2, and you see how many times you're going to have to run a 10 sweep. So a lot. So yeah, it's not feasible to do it for 3 characters on a long-term basis. And I assume that the stat increase for an SP, it's probably going to take more in terms of building them up than it would a triple S. We'll see. So as you can see, soul rings are going to be something. We need to have a little bit more suffice it way to get soul rings. The best way to do it is sweeps, and of course you can go into the elite stages and run the elite stages. If you got time, you can sweep one, and maybe get it on the first or second try. That saves you stamina, and you can do that on every one. But you can only do that on 3, and then it starts dropping to the lower level for soul ring when you might need one of the max. So there's just really no other feasible way except sweeping it. Most of my time is spent sweeping soul ring stages. Okay. You know, the other match you can get fairly easy. You know, in a couple of days, but every other time I'm just sweeping. I'm sweeping the soul ring stages, getting the mats. So that's where we're at. So yeah, bad luck. Okay. So, but it's, you know, that's the thing about RNG. Okay, we knew that that was a possibility. You probably saw what is probably the worst possible pool. So just so you know what it looks like. And we've got our 100, and we got our, you know, and we got been able to get ours from the exchange. Okay, so this is very important. As long as he stays in the exchange shop, it's not a problem. Okay, so you know, on that second, Phoenix event, I pulled 20 times on Phoenix, because I'm assuming tank sand will no longer be an option to be pulled on. I assume that's only going to be in the first event for them. Maybe will be. If it is, that's great. That even makes it better. But I can't feasibly 5 characters in. They're going to have 5. I can't see how they're going to fit 5 characters inside of this divine realm. I can't see how they're going to fit an option for 5 different characters somewhere on here, where you can select the one you want or something. I don't know, maybe, but yeah. So, but as long as he stays in, and you can get 10 each event, and you'll sooner or later be able to get him. It might take a little longer, but we'll see. But hopefully I'll get him. I should get him in the next event. If I can get lucky. If I don't get lucky and have piss poor like I did right there, no, I won't be getting him in the next event. But you know, as it showed, first event good luck, second look bad event. It's when you face RNG. But we'll see. You know, like I say, not that big of a deal. But I do like the fact that they are keeping the spacing the same. It was appearing about when I expected it to. This is when I thought it would come up. Okay, so they are keeping the same spacing that they had for the triple S's with the SPs, which is good. That's a good. I think it's a good set. I think it's good spacing. Okay, and like the actual event. I like the actual royal hunting event. I like the fact that they give you 20 of these if you want to go for 32. Okay, I do like that, and I like the fact that they give you that. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so it's what it is. What it is. So we'll have another video here a couple of days when they have this event will be ending, and of course we're having some new events come up. Should be getting some SP stuff here, hopefully. Like in the last event, they had a poke on a hidden weapon, possibly for an SP. So we'll have to see what they bring up for that. But either way, they're going to be start going. Like I want to see the SP stuff. Should start seeing an increase in the chests for triple S stuff. Allow us to start building that stuff up a little bit faster. As the SP stuff comes out, we can start putting the SP stuff on the secondary team and build it up. And then we can start transporting the SP stuff once we get a little bit of a build into it onto the main characters, and then transport that triple S stuff onto the secondary team. My goal was to have my first 8 characters, the first 4 on the primary and the secondary team, to all be triple S or SP characters. Okay, that's the goal. Okay, and have them all set up with at least triple S equipment, no SS plus equipment. So that's the goal. And then I believe they've already introduced a new class on the China server. I believe they have, because I think they're already finished with the SPs over there. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. Not surprising. As fast as they're introducing characters, It would seem logical that if they wanted the game to continue, they'd have to have another level. So we'll have to see if they do have that level, what it is, how do you get it. Is it something feasible for free-to-play players? Okay. So far, this seems to be okay, but we'll have to see. Like I said, we're holding judgment until we see. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it, get notified each time I drop a video. Kenrick coming at you in the corner, signing out.